Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've got a really exciting video today. I figured we're kind of all getting back to work. We're moving into fall. A lot of you guys are like teachers, going back to the office. So I thought I would put together a workwear capsule wardrobe. And I want to preface this before I go any further. In terms of the colors, shapes, silhouettes, you do you. These are the pieces that are from my own actual wardrobe that I wear. And so they reflect my own personal style, which leans on the more minimalist, classic, but a little bit undone kind of side. So if that's your aesthetic, I hope this gives you some inspiration. If it's not, then please feel free to switch out some of the pieces to match your own style. It's really all about finding the pieces that create the foundation for you, that just make it really easy to get dressed every single morning. And before we get into it, I really quickly want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Oleata handbags. I was so excited when they reached out to work with me because their bags are so nice. And I'm like a backpack girl. I look pretty nerdy and I'm fairly practical when it comes to my to and from work bag. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but it's nice to have a few more elevated options to take with you when you go to work. All their bags are really timeless and meant to be worn in multiple different ways across multiple different occasions. And I love that they use recycled materials in all of their bags. They either use recycled or dead stock genuine leather, and they also offer 100% vegan options made of recycled plastic bottles. And not only do they use recycled materials, but they also offer a recycling program where you can send back your old Oleata bag, and your old bag will either be deconstructed properly and recycled or reused as leather to make a new bag. I went with the Wavia. This is in the regular size because to me it's just a really cool, classic, versatile bag. I really like how structured this bag is, and you can wear it in 4 different ways. So it's actually a backpack, you can wear it as a handbag, you can wear a crossbody or over the shoulder. So it's quite versatile, and it's even great for travel with this little sleeve in the back, so it'll fit right on your luggage. The regular size will fit up to a 13-inch laptop, and it just has a lot of really handy practical compartments. All of your stuff will fit in here quite easily and stay organized at the same time. And with the Reverie Hobo, to me, it's a bit more of a casual, slouchy, more everyday bag, but it's still quite elevated. It's a beautifully soft, supple leather that's actually dead stock leather. So this is all recycled, reused leather, which I love that they do to minimize on waste. And it's quite flexible and roomy, so I feel like I could take this to work and the gym and still feel really stylish and elevated while still being practical, which is the most important thing to me. So I will be styling Oleata's bags throughout the video so you can get a closer look. And if you were interested in getting a bag yourself, I do have a discount code, and I will leave everything linked in the description for you. Your support of the brands I work with on this channel helps support me, and I appreciate all of you. Let's get into the work capsule. So, I mean, the core of any wardrobe for me, any capsule wardrobe you'll ever watch, is a white t-shirt. So for me, when it comes to a work t-shirt though, I'm looking for a few more specific things rather than your everyday, easy wearing plain white t-shirt. I love a t-shirt like that, but when it comes to workwear, I want it to be a little bit more professional, structural, and polished. So what I'm looking for in a workwear t-shirt is something that's a little bit more heavyweight and that is in a thicker material so it's not see-through. I'm looking at things like making sure the collar is very clean, maybe a bit thicker so that it doesn't warp as easily. So some options for this are the COS Everyday t-shirt. This one is a little bit more cropped. Or if you don't like that and you want an option to tuck into your trousers, your skirts, things like that, I really like the Arquette Heavyweight t-shirt. Now your t-shirt doesn't have to be white, it can be black, navy, stripe, whatever color you want that goes with your palette and your aesthetic. For me, I love a classic crisp plain white t-shirt. It layers beautifully under blazers, it wears well on its own. Next for tops, I think you'll want something in a sleeveless option that you can either wear on its own or with layering. I love a good tank top, but when it comes to workwear, I love a bodysuit even more, specifically the Aritzia contour bodysuits, because they are quite thick. They are not see-through, even the white one. And what I love about a bodysuit is that it just looks really polished. There's no bunching around the areas where you tuck in your top. I find with tank tops, they do tend to look a little bit more bunchy. So if you want a more sleek look, then I think a bodysuit is your best bet. in general, I like to size up one size at least in bodysuits because we all have different lengths of torsos. So I find for me, to prevent any unwanted wedgie situation, I like to size up one just to make sure I get that length. Next, for tops, since we are going into fall, I think it's nice to have a long sleeve. I have two different options here for you. This first one is from Dish that I ordered earlier this summer. It is a bit more of a sheer top, but I think it provides a nice little bit of texture here, and you can layer things like tank tops underneath so that your whole bra isn't showing and it stays looking professional. But what I really like about this is that it just offers a little bit of texture and dimension, so everything is not just like 100% cotton and flat. When it comes to the dimension in your look, a great way to bring some more dimension and sort of just grit and interest is by adding textures. So whether it be adding things like silk for a little bit of shine, something ribbed or sheer like this, leathers, wools, cashmeres, fluffy and fuzzy tops. So that's why I sort of reached for this one. The sheerness may be a little bit scandalous, but if you work in a place that's a little bit more creative or casual, I think you'll be able to get away with it. But if not, then a long sleeve option like this or a turtleneck will work really great. Next, I think a button-up shirt will show up in every capsule that I ever make, but in every workwear capsule especially, because it's just a great option for a business casual environment. You can pair it with jeans, with trousers, with skirts. You can wear it as a layering piece. I love the versatility and the crispness of a button-up, but I also really like the relaxation that it brings in. I don't like to feel too stuffy or prim with any of my outfits. That includes going to work. So something that's a little bit more oversized and flowy. You can go blue, black, classic white, stripes, really whatever you want. Find something that aligns with your style and your personality, and I think it will be a great piece that you can wear over and over and over again. Getting into bottoms, I really think there's only 3 or 4 bottoms depending on your style and your work environment that you need in a work capsule wardrobe. The ultimate classic to me is a pair of black wide leg trousers. I think they just go with everything. If black is a little bit too stark for you, then I really would suggest like a gray or a navy, something that's not so contrasting and a little bit softer, because it still looks quite elevated, and those good neutrals just really do go with everything. But if you're looking for basic of basic, I love a higher rise, wide leg, relaxed, pleated black trouser. It's a lot of words, but it's my favorite. These are from Everlane. I've had them for a few years, and I did size up one size in them so that I have the option to wear them a little bit higher on the waist with a belt, or a little bit more mid-rise and more relaxed on my waist, just because that's just how I like to feel. That's how I feel most comfortable. I just think wide leg looks so flattering, looks so good on everybody. If you don't have a pair of wide leg trousers, definitely give them a try. So because black can feel a little bit heavy and quite contrasting for a lot of people, I think it's nice to have a different color trouser. So something like a camel, a white, or cream. These are the exact same trousers as the black ones that I showed you. These are the way high trousers from Everlane. I love this camel color. It goes with blues, with blacks, with whites, with creams. It just goes with so much. I think camel is such a great versatile neutral. But if that's not quite your speed, you can go with something like a gray or a more stone, earthy kind of tone. These are the Stella pants from Tibby. I got them during the sale, and I just think these are so cool, so relaxed, and so versatile. And it's just this really neat sort of no color that actually goes with a lot. You can pair these with brights, with darks, with patterns. And I think a pair of trousers like this is so versatile in the sense that you can wear it to work, but you can really take it to dates, to dinners, and all those happy hours and that kind of thing with the office buddies after, if you want to. Usually my social battery is drained when I'm done work and I want to go home. So I added a black maxi skirt to my wardrobe, but it's at the tailor because it's a little bit too long. But that is something that you can definitely add if you like to lean into more feminine, sort of flowy dressing. Not everybody likes to wear pants all the time. I totally get it. I'm starting to get it. But I love the idea of adding a silky either maxi or midi skirt for office outfit options. I just think it looks really sleek and classy and is so easy to pair with a lot of the tops in this capsule. And finally, I think a good pair of classic blue jeans is an amazing thing to have in especially a business casual work capsule wardrobe. Jeans are so individualized to everybody, so just find a fit that you think is flattering, that you like to wear, that's comfortable, so you can actually eat and sit down and like do your work in them all day. For me personally, I prefer a light blue denim wash, but the key for work is to make sure that it doesn't have any distressing or fraying around like the edges, and that it has minimal fading, so that way it looks really clean and professional. These are a pair of vintage Levi 565s. So these are a high rise, a little bit wide leg silhouette, which I really like. I can pair them with a loafer, with a sneaker, with a boot. They just go with so much. Next is layering. So obviously for me, a blazer is it. If I had to go down to the bare bones when it comes to my blazers, I would choose a black oversized blazer. But a blazer to me is like the cherry on top of a already very good sundae. So for blazers, I like to have a mix of ones that are a bit more flowy and oversized, and then ones that feel a little bit more structured. This is the Aritzia New Agency blazer. This one I like because it is still oversized in the right places, but it is in sort of an engineered oversized. So you take your true size and it fits you properly. You're not swimming in it, but it still gives you nice structure and clean lines in all the right places. I like the idea of having a lighter option like this. It could be a gray, a cream, white, taupe, whatever you want. A checked blazer is even awesome. And then having a darker option in like a black, a navy, or a dark charcoal gray. You can mix and match that so easily and create tons of different outfits with just those two options. Next, getting into shoes, I really think you only need like 4 pairs of shoes to have a really nice, well-rounded work capsule wardrobe. The first pair that I would recommend is a pair of clean sneakers. These can be any color, any style. You can do a plain white sneaker, or you can do something a little bit more cool and on trend, like a Samba or a Gazelle, or even like a New Balance. For work, I prefer the sneaker to be a little bit more slim and streamlined. Most workplaces do allow for sneakers, and I just like the idea of wearing a more polished option to keep the whole outfit feeling casual but still quite elevated. Next for me would be a loafer or some kind of ballet flat. I think loafers are quite versatile and can be dressed up and dressed down quite easily, but I would totally wear them with jeans, with socks, with a skirt, with a dress, which I just realized I don't have a dress in this capsule. I guess that's something that we'll have to do next time. But a loafer is always a professional classic, and they come in so many cool styles now that it just doesn't have to feel like your grandpa, but that's still a vibe too. Next, I would go in for a pair of boots. For me, I really like a basic black. But in terms of silhouette, it can really be anything that you think is flattering for the style of your wardrobe and your own taste. I really like a more pointed toe silhouette these days, especially because I'm wearing a lot more flowy wide leg trousers, and I think that pointed toe silhouette just really creates a nice elongating effect. But something that's just clean and classic and most importantly comfortable. And finally, you may want to add a more feminine shoe. This can be with like a little kitten heel or a pump, whatever it is that works for you. In my work environment, I don't really need to wear heels. It is professional but still quite casual. A slingback with like a little baby heel or a flat does great for me. But if you do want to take that more corporate power look, then a pump or a classic kitten heel is another great option. In terms of accessories, I think a really practical, handy tote bag, obviously. So we have the ones from Oleata in today's video. You want to make sure it holds your phone, your wallet, your iPad, your laptop, your keys, your water bottle. Something that just fits everything as a catch-all, but still looks really chic. And then for me, finally, the last thing is belts. I used to sleep on belts for a really long time, but to me, they are really just like that little bit of something extra that really puts the outfit together. It really ties it together for me. Here I have a black leather belt from Rag & Bone. It's a little bit more of a boyfriend style, so it's a bit thicker and a little bit more rugged, but in my opinion still quite classic. I have this brown belt that I got from Aritzia, again with silver hardware. I'm just leaning into the silver hardware. And this just breaks up colors for me. I don't want to do black on black all the time. I like to break things up a little bit, so a belt is a great way to do that. And then I think it's nice to have a bit more of a slim option, something that's just a bit more soft and feminine. So that's everything for my business casual work capsule wardrobe. Again, feel free to add color, prints, patterns, embellishments as you like. Personal style is completely personal, so it's really all about the pieces that will work for you in a way that you will actually wear them and feel good in them at the same time. But either way, I hope this video gave you some inspiration, some good ideas. Thank you again to Oleata for sponsoring today's video. If you wanted to check out their handbags for yourself, I will leave a link and discount code all in the description for you. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. It is the best way you can help support my channel. And if you like podcasts on slow fashion, I have one right here for you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you around. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye.